Good morning, Falcons. Today is Monday, August 25th, 2025. I'm Grayson, and this is your review from the Falcon's Nest. This week, we can expect delays on US 31 and Michigan Road due to the 59th annual Blueberry Festival, which kicks off Thursday night in Plymouth. The event includes games, vendors, a huge parade, and lots of music. Among the attractions this year will be tethered hot air balloons. In this week's edition of Health Minute, after more than 10 Hoosier infants died in unsafe sleep environments in recent weeks, the state's health department is urging parents and caregivers to take extra precautions at bedtime. The Indiana Department of Health noted the number is higher than the state's average of about 2 unsafe sleep deaths per week. State Health Commissioner Dr. Lindsay Weaver said the tragic deaths were preventable and can have a profound effect on communities. State health officials reminded families of the ABCs of safe sleep. Infants should sleep alone, on their back, and in a crib, free of blankets, pillows, bumper pads, or stuffed animals. Other precautions include having a breastfeeding and safe sleep plan. IDOH is additionally working with the Department of Child Services and other partners across the state to increase awareness about safe sleep, officials said. Unsafe practices such as bed sharing with adults or placing babies on their stomachs increase the risk of suffocation, according to the health department. And that's this week's Health Minute. In other news, neighbors rolled up their sleeves to help a local farmer facing a devastating financial loss, WSBT reports. Instead of letting them go to waste, the community stepped in and offered a helping hand. A farmer in Walkerton was left with thousands of potatoes after he lost a $70,000 farm to school contract. And to make matters even worse, the farmer had already prepared, invested, and planted crops for the agreement. And now to weather.
And here's today's weather. It's going to be sunny with the high of 68, the real feel 54, the air quality good. Now moving to the 3-day forecast. Today it's going to be a high of 68, a low of 54. Tuesday it's going to be a high of 69, a low of 53. Wednesday is going to be a high of 73 and a low of 49. And now moving on to sports.
I'm Leah.
I'm Eli.
The first Indiana high school football power rankings are out, and the John Glenn Falcons are number 24 in Class 3A this week. Evansville Memorial is number 1 in our class, followed by number 2, Knox. West Noble is ninth, and Tippecanoe Valley, which defeated Plymouth, is number 11. Jimtown is 31st, Fairfield is 34th, and Lakeland is 36th. LaVille is number 7 in Class 1A, and North Judson is ninth.
A new exhibit honoring Notre Dame football legend Newt Rockne is opening this weekend at the History Museum in South Bend. The exhibit, called Rockne Life and Legacy, will open Saturday and run through May 31st. WSJV reports Rockne is the coach who led the Irish to their very first national championship in 1925, exactly 100 years ago. That win over Stanford in the Rose Bowl kicked off Notre Dame's tradition of winning 11 national championships. His, his life, however, was cut short when he died in a plane crash in 1931 at just 43 years old. This new museum exhibit brings fans closer than ever to his story. On display are Rockne's personal items, including his practice whistle, letters, and even the cufflinks he wore the day of the crash. Museum staff say the goal is not just to show old artifacts, but to connect Rockne's life story to South Bend, the region, and even America's history. The tribute is being called the most significant Rockne collection ever shown to the public. And now back to lunch with Kobe.
Today's lunch is going to be boneless chicken wings, a barbecue chicken flatbread, PBJ, ham chest salad, turkey chest salad, steamed broccoli, and celery sticks. That's all we have for today, Falcons. Have a great day.